Alright, this is part 2 of the Epic the Musical deep dive. We're looking at the Cyclops Saga today. If you haven't seen the previous episode, let me just give you a quick rundown. Epic the Musical is about Odysseus and his journey as detailed in Homer's The Odyssey, and it's got 40 songs split across a lot of sagas. We looked at the first saga last episode. It had 5 songs, and it's their initial departure from the Battle of Troy and trying to find their way home. The saga ended with the crew setting course for an island which they have heard has a lot of food, and that is where we're going to pick up the journey again. We are on the island now, and the crew encounters a Cyclops called Polyphemus. Ooh.
Over here!
Ooh, it's slightly airy.
Look at all this food.
Oh, but then the synths start coming in. It's kind of peaceful, but there's still like an undertone, sinister kind of vibe going on.
There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet. It's almost too perfect, too good to be true.
Ooh, those strings?
Pass up on all this food.
If you cast your minds back, those strings, it's a motif that has happened in 2 songs already. I never said this in the first episode, but Jorge, the creator of this musical, calls it the danger motif, and it happens every time there's some sort of danger. I'm not going to point out every instance now that I've sort of explained it. You can listen for it yourself as we're going through this, but I would like to point out that the way that it's played this time, it's a lot more piercing, isn't it, right? It feels like screeching. It just plays on that danger even more.
The lotus eaters pass up on all this food.
Ooh. And that's the danger. I like it, the bass starting to come in. Very Jaws-esque.
You killed my sheep.
Ooh. Cellos.
My favorite sheep.
Yeah, such a contrast to when we're so ethereal and now it's super bassy.
What gives you the right to deal a pain?
Of course, we haven't even talked about the vocal processing on Polyphemus.
Don't you know that pain you sow is pain you reap? Time to drink your blood over where you stand. You will learn that it's not so fun to take.
You almost hate how beautiful the voice sounds. It's such a nice mix of those harmonies and a little bit of autotune. It just sounds so crispy.
But now you become my meal. A trade you see, take from you like you took from me.
There's been a misunderstanding. We never came here to steal. Maybe
those
you and
drums.
I can make a deal. I'll give you our finest treasure, so long as we leave alive. You can keep the world's best tasting wine.
Wine.
Have a drink, one sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hand.
I like it's bubbling.
You'd never want to eat human flesh again.
So much tension, it's building up to something. But we're not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing right now.
A trade you see, a gift from you and a gift from me.
It's a clever inversion, right? Like Polyphemus had that line where he said, take from you like you took from me, and Odysseus kind of spins it in a more positive direction, a gift from you and a gift from me. He's kind of gaslighting Polyphemus in a way because he did kill the sheep first and he's now calling it a gift. So that's the cunning of Odysseus, I guess. He's trying to talk his way out of trouble, and we're going to see if it works.
Stranger, what's your name?
My name is Nobody. Nobody.
For your gift, I've one to reply.
I'm so glad we see eye to
The minor.
eye.
Yes, you shall be the final man to die.
What? Watch out!
What a sick transition to the next song, but we're gonna pause it. Actually, do we gotta pause it?
My
Ooh.
brothers, the rest of our fleet,
Okay.
they wait at the beach, and if we're
Similar vibe
defeated,
to the
then
instrumental for
good
Full
is
Speed
dead.
Ahead. Super gallopy, super upbeat.
No backup, no chance for support, so draw out your swords. Our foe must be thwarted right here
Ooh.
and now. Show me how.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that melody is the same one that Zeus sings in the first song, The Horse and the Infant. When Zeus went like, a vision of what is to come. Da, da, da. Yeah, it's the exact same melody. It's when Zeus was like, you gotta kill this baby. He's gonna be a threat. Super interesting that he's mirroring this melody. I mean, it's definitely sort of linking him with Zeus in a sense. And although we don't know much about Zeus, he did tell Odysseus to kill a baby. So it's not the best look for Odysseus to be literally matching his melody. It kind of plays at the more ruthless nature of Odysseus.
600 lives at stake. It's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our journey's over.
Interesting that he says that. One life in exchange for survival. That was his reasoning when he killed the baby. It's kind of like how many one single lives can he sacrifice without being a monster, I guess.
Surround him, attack from behind, keep distance in mind, and stay in his
Interesting, we're hearing some bassy sounds now that I guess in the previous song we associated with Polyphemus. So again, playing at the sinister vibe from Odysseus this time.
He can't land a blow if we're out of reach. Find a breach, stand up and fight for your life. 600 lives to save, it's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our journey's over.
Ooh, I love that little string melody.
Captain.
Enough.
He's got a club.
He's got a club!
What are our orders? Captain!
Captain!
Oh wow, what an inversion.
You won't live through this day, now die.
Wow. Wow. It's essentially a battle scene in song form. They do a really great job of keeping the intensity with those really galloping drums that are just there the whole time, picking up the pace, and the climax, the build up in Polites' death. He dies here, and with him, in a sense, his idea of greeting the world with open arms. And that is going to heavily influence Odysseus going forward. It's so crazy how he captures sort of the changing of the tides, right? Like, it was so euphoric. He got those synths, he got those brass instruments with the soldiers, and then boom, the club sound, the smack. And it happened every beat, so it sort of emphasizes how many people he just killed. And then the solo Polyphemus verse at the end, super sinister yet again, and he inverts every single line that the men were singing before. It's just such a nice way to show Polyphemus in control. Nicely done. We're going to the next one. It is called Remember Them. Very somber.
Captain! We must move quickly. We don't have much time.
Ooh, Odysseus' electric guitars?
He didn't know
Much more
his time
violent than they
makes
usually are.
lotus in his wine.
A lot more grungy.
Mark my words now. This is not the end. Remember them. When
Ooh,
the fire begins to fade.
so intense.
For the fallen and afraid. We are not to let them die in vain. I need all our hands on this
Ooh.
club. This is how we're getting out of here. Use your swords to sharpen
We're getting
the
like
stone
old Odysseus back.
and turn it to a giant spear.
He's as confident as he was in the first song, leading his army.
Captain, where do we attack him?
We gotta stab him in the eye.
Yes, sir! Remember them when the fire begins to fade.
Remember them. We're the ones who carry on the flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die in vain. Now!
Ooh. What a nice electric guitar solo. Oh my god.
Who hurts you?
There are more of them?
Oh my god, that chord.
Who hurts you?
Oh, nice.
Wait.
It was nobody. If nobody hurts you, be silent. Don't go.
Let's grab the sheep and away we go.
This is the famous story, I guess, where Odysseus tricks Polyphemus and calls himself nobody. It's just so funny to me because these other Cyclops witnessing one of their friends with a literal sword in his eye, and they're like, who did that to you? And then bro was like, nobody. And they kind of believed him. Like, I don't know. Personally, I would have been a lot more skeptical. Let's see what happens next.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a
Athena's
threat
back.
until he's dead. Finish it.
No. What good would killing do when mercy is a skill more of this world could learn to use? My friend is dead, our foe is blind. The blood we shed, it never dries. Hey, Cyclops! When we met, I led with peace, while you fed your inner beast. But my comrades will not die in vain. Remember them, remember me. I'm the reigning king of Ithaca.
Love it. It's so full. He's being supported by his crew. Super euphoric.
I am the infamous Odysseus!
The name drop. This is a really nice song to listen to, I guess. It kind of just showcases that Odysseus is a very capable leader, right? Like, he's messed up big time here, but he still shows us why he is the king, why he is a general, and the music plays into that super well, right? It's super euphoric. He's being backed up by literally every instrument that you could think about, and it's great. We're going to go to the last song of the saga. It is called My Goodbye, and as the name suggests, Athena is not too happy with Odysseus, and this is going to be a big falling out between them. Let's go.
You were reckless, sentimental at best.
Ooh, what a vibe.
That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest.
Hey,
Put your emotions.
Wait, I was going to point out the fact that those drums, those really light drums, kind of reminded me of Open Arms, which was sort of Polites' song. So it kind of is rubbing salt in the wound here. Athena is reminding Odysseus of Polites, both in the lyrics and also the drums, the whole vibe, really.
Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned ya.
She has a
You
really good
failed
voice.
the test.
She has a growl
Now
and a
I'm
rasp.
gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all
Ooh,
is
the build-up.
over, consider this as my goodbye.
that's just like you. Why should I be surprised?
Changing up the groove.
Selfish and prideful and vain, unlike you. Every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the strain. What's the title?
Ooh,
that it got
acoustics coming in.
planned?
It's kind of showcasing a little bit of vulnerability, since Odysseus is more electric guitar focused.
This way, you're out of my head now. This way, you won't plague my life. This way, you close the door and have your damn goodbye.
You're not looking for a mentor.
Ooh.
I'm not looking for a
Same
friend.
melody from Warrior of the
I
Mind.
mistook you for a general. What a waste of effort spent.
Whoa!
At least I know what I'm fighting
Ooh.
for while you're fighting to be known. Since you claim you're so much wiser, why's your life spent all alone? You're alone!
Odysseus with the clap back.
One day you'll hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day.
And Athena's
but
really
not
hurt by it.
today.
You can tell. The music's backed up. It's just that one single piano. And, you know, props to Tegan, who voices Athena. She nails the sort of anger and the remorse, in a sense. But mostly just hurt. Betrayal.
But not today, for after all you're
Just stop.
this day you sever
Bringing
your
back
own
that
head.
melody
This
from Just a
day
Man.
You cut the line this day. You lost it all. Consider this as my goodbye.
Woo!
This is my goodbye.
Woo! Same melody as the previous song.
Consider this.
But I would have expected her to do another one. There it is. The sparkles. I love the sparkles. It's kind of like a bye-bye, I'm out kind of vibe. But what I was talking about before about that melody, this is my goodbye. That melody is the same one as in War of the Mind when they sing a warrior of the mind. But it's really nice because at first, before Athena meets Odysseus, she sings it warrior of the mind. She holds that one note, and when Odysseus comes in, he sings it like warrior of the mind. And once they meet, once they sort of connect, they end the song with Odysseus's melody. In this song, she starts with the die, but ends it with this is my goodbye. And wow, it's just, we're back to square one. Athena is totally done. Totally gotten rid of Odysseus's influence there. I can't believe I predicted that. Like, I was like, surely this is such a good moment to do that musically, and they've done that. Oh my god. Just a nice way to showcase how they've sort of broken apart. That is the Cyclops Saga. Really, really sad. Everything that Odysseus had in the first saga has been for naught. They ended the first saga happy. They were gonna get food. He's friends with a goddess. And at the end of this, he's lost his friends, he's lost his goddess, and I guess they still have the food. Yeah, that is a bonus in a sense. But yeah, a lot that is being explored in the whole killing argument. Whether it's okay to kill someone for survival, whether it's beneficial to lead with kindness rather than with violence. And so far, being merciful, leading with kindness is still the winner here. But it's weird because Polites is dead. And he embodied this whole idea of greeting the world with open arms. So you would kind of expect that his death would trigger Odysseus to go full on into the attack first mindset, but he spares Polyphemus, and that leads to a falling out with Athena. So it does show that Odysseus is still very merciful despite everything that's happened.